Every NFL game is a story. This is one of them. On December 1st, 1996, the Bears and the Packers met at Lambeau Field. And for once, the story isn't Green Bay's climb or Chicago's frustration. Sort of both. Bears, Packers, late season football, overcast, 28 degrees, wind cutting across Lambeau Field. One franchise is trying to finish a championship run, and one franchise is trying to prove it still belonged in the argument. Before this is a game, it's a real relationship. Chicago and Green Bay had been doing this since 1921, when the Bears were still the Staleys, and pro football was still figuring out what it was exactly. By 96, the rivalry had already lived several football lifetimes. Halas, Lambeau, Hudson, Luckman, Lombardi, Ditka, Butkus, Nitschke, Peyton, Starr. The 85 Bears, the rising Brett Favre Packers. The Bears still led the all-time series. Green Bay was trying to take the future. And that's the shared DNA here. These are two original room franchises built on cold weather, defense, stubbornness, and local identity. Chicago is the big city team that plays like a neighborhood street fight. Green Bay is the small town civic religion that somehow became a national brand. They hate each other because they recognize each other. And this game had actual human crossover too. Dave Wannstedt, coaching the Bears, had once been drafted by the Packers. Jim McMahon, the quarterback of Chicago's only Super Bowl champion, was now on Green Bay's roster as Brett Favre's backup. You know he wouldn't get to play Brett Favre, right? But coming into the game, Green Bay was 9-3. The Packers had looked like the best team in football early, then stumbled into November with back-to-back losses to Kansas City and Dallas. They recovered with the win over the Rams, but the question was still there. Were they just very good, or were they finally the team that could bring a title back to Green Bay? Chicago was 5-7, and their season had been stranger. The Bears weren't dead, but they were damaged. Eric Kramer was hurt. Dave Krieg had taken over. The team was still trying to scratch its way through the back half of the year. Still close enough to matter, but not good enough to feel safe. And there was an interesting contrast at quarterback. Brett Favre was 27, already an MVP. In 96, he was playing like a man who thought every window was open. He was reckless, gifted, stubborn, and magnetic. The Packers had built a real team around him. Reggie White, Leroy Butler, Antonio Freeman, Keith Jackson, Edgar Bennett, Dorsey Levens, Desmond Howard. Favre was the face, but Green Bay wasn't a one-man operation. Dave Krieg was the opposite kind of compelling. He was 38, undrafted out of Milton College, Wisconsin-born, still standing after a long NFL career. Krieg had been a Seattle starter for years, then a professional survivor. By 96, he wasn't anybody's future, but he could still play. He could still manage a game, still find receivers. Krieg could still make you work, and that undersells him a little. Krieg wasn't just some temporary old quarterback keeping the seat warm. He would finish his career with 261 touchdown passes. When he retired, that put him 7th on NFL's all-time list. That's a strange kind of career. Almost never treated like a legend, but statistically, he was living in the same neighborhood with them. The coaches reflected the teams. Mike Holmgren was the West Coast offense teacher who dragged Green Bay out of the wilderness. He arrived in 92, stabilized Favre, professionalized the building, and made the Packers feel inevitable again. Dave Wannstedt was a defensive coach from the Jimmy Johnson coaching tree. He succeeded Mike Ditka in Chicago. That's both a job title, it's kind of a curse too. By 96, he's trying to build something cleaner and more modern, but every Bears coach carries the ghost of Ditka, whether he asks for it or not. I got the source recording from MJS3's channel. He sourced it in turn from Fox. Enjoy.
And the pass caught by Ingram. And Ingram has a touchdown. Bears won the toss. Jack Jackson is back deep as Chris Jackie kicks it into the end zone. Raymond Harris gets good running room and play action. And the pass caught by Curtis Conway. Pass to Timpson. And the Bears will get the first down. As on the 46, here is Harris. Gets by one defender and gains about 4. Craig Bumps once, and he has Tony Carter, the fullback. And Raymond Harris. A little bit of oomph. And a first down for the Bears. And again, they keep it on the ground, but this time a loss on the play. Craig on a screen pass out to Carter, and Carter may have the first down. Third down and 10. Craig has Green, and they're way short of the first down. And the kick by Sauerbrunn into the end zone for a touchback. Favre steps up, and the pass is caught by Don Beebe. First play. First down from the 31 and a flea flicker. Bennett back to Favre, and it'll fizzle as the Bears throw him for a big loss. Barry Minter with a fine play defensively. Here's Edgar Bennett. Nowhere to go. And that'll bring up third and long for the Packers. Favre up the middle. Antonio Freeman caught it, lost it, and a fumble. He coughed it up that time. Packers recovered, and Hendrick punting for the first time. Bobby Ingram and a play action. Craig with a lot of time, and the pass incomplete. And a penalty. A handoff to Harris. And Raymond Harris playing good defense. Philly's been struggling. Third and 7, and the pass is caught by Bobby Neely. First down on the 43, and Timpson with some extra yardage got by Evans. And going in the air again. And again, the big edge in total yardage. And a handoff up the middle to Raymond Harris as Craig's pass. He wanted to go to Timpson inside, but for the second time. And Desmond Howard back deep. Fair catch called for. Mike Pryor at the Favre looking to throw on first down. Going deep for Antonio Freeman. They missed that weapon for sure. First and 10 at the 47. Edgar Bennett. Here's Bennett, fakes an end around, and the Bears pursue. Third down and 12. Pressure on Favre, and the pass intended for Freeman. High kick, fair catch by Ingram. Raymond Harris off right tackle, gets one or two. Here's Conway with blocking, and Conway is tackled at the 16. Neely in motion. Raymond Harris. First down. Again, Harris breaks one tackle, and Harris brings it out in 2. And a handoff to Harris. And here's Harris again. Tough to bring down and close to a first down. And here's a pass out to Carter, the fullback, and knocked out of bounds. And that's a perfect call. Roy Butler on it. Craig looking for a receiver. Carter was the closest to it, and he in the game for the Bears. And Timpson was open on the sideline. Todd Sauerbrunn. Fair catch. First down, Packers on the 7-yard line. And here is Andre Rison with his first catch of the game. Keith Jackson in motion. Edgar Bennett, first down and more. Bennett parries it out to the, and they send Bennett in motion. And here is Keith Jackson running well so far. First down. Bennett with good hitting. Most, those are the toughest ones. Here's Bennett, and he gets it down in 7. Favre, and the receiver fell down. Not a long kick. High kick. Fair catch called for by Ingram. Peterson's the backup today. On first down, Craig has Conway. Sort of a sidearm throw, but here's Raymond Harris again. And Raymond Harris bowls his way to another Bears first down and screen. Conway driving. Harris. And his second effort may be enough for the first down. Third first down for the Bears. They're on the 37. Craig underneath to Harris. You can see he's having problems with his footing as well, and he is dropped. It's been Chicago's big edge, ball control, and Harris. And the pitch to Harris. And Harris won't get there. Craig completes it to Timpson, and the Bears have a first down. And on a option play, Conway running right dives for about a yard. So on second down and 6, play action. Craig's pass caught by Neely and Conway. And a flag. Salam might have moved at there this time.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 31. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Craig. And the pass caught by Ingram. And Ingram has a touchdown.
Hudson jumped, and he was able to get back outside.
Jeff Jager with the extra point.
They're tough to beat when he's on.
Sauerbrunn kicking off. Desmond Howard. Good running room for Howard. Brings it out to the 35. Hard. Gets away. Incomplete. Bennett in motion. Pass complete. Freeman. And into Bear territory, first down. Favre wide open. Freeman. And Antonio Freeman motion. Play fake. Favre. Jackson. And he does. Jackie kicking off. Jack Jackson from the 5. Jackson turning the corner. And the flag is down. Raymond Harris, nothing. Ran right in Field. Second half kickoff. Howard from the 2. Desmond Howard runs into a crowd, and he is Favre to throw, and going for Freeman. Bennett in motion. And the throw, Freeman has it, and in 3. Favre. Dorsey Levens out of the backfield. Favre to the air again. And the pass caught by Keith Jackson. Second and 2. And here's Antonio Freeman. First down at the 41. Here is Dorsey Levens. Dorsey Levens. Favre with time. He was going for Rison. And Edgar Bennett is met. Favre up the middle. Unable to hold on as Keith Jackson in him. And this kick doesn't look good. Off to the right, the 37, best starting field position for the Bears today. And the pass out to Tony Carter. And out of bounds. Raymond Harris, and the Packers are there, led by Gilbert Brown. And the pass is caught by Bobby Ingram, the Penn State rookie. Let's check the hang time for Todd Sauerbrunn.
Shankster.
Not good at all. He struggled last week against the Lions, and it is he won. And the pass caught by Freeman. First down, Edgar Bennett with Henderson blocking. Cuts upfield. Favre under pressure. Still on his feet. Every Bear seemed to get a shot at him following the timeout. Third down and 2, and here is Rison, incomplete for the Bears. Good kick. Fine kick. Ingram at the 6. And nowhere to go.
Face mask, 5 yards. Number 37, first down.
First down from the 20. Raymond Harris. Conway in motion. Pressure up the middle by Coots. Craig in the pocket. And he's trying to get it to Robert Green inside the 10. Desmond Howard set for the return. And Desmond Howard may go all the way.
6 quick, baby.
No flags. Touchdown, Green Bay. On to the extra point. And the Packers lead. Jack Jackson back deep for the Bears. It is a short kick. Jackson at the 5. Jackson turns the corner and Evans. Craig to the air. Up the middle, Conway. Craig, Conway. Curtis Conway. Raymond Harris again off that left side. Harris has the first down.
Communication.
On first down, Harris and 10. Craig passes tip, nearly intercepted by Craig. That might have gotten tipped again. Ingram was bigger. 34-yard field goal attempt. And this kick is good. Sauerbrunn will kick off. Desmond Howard, a yard in the end zone. And he is tackled at the 20. Barr dumps it off to Henderson. And Walt Harris is right on him. Barr again up the middle. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Pressure, pass caught by Bennett in motion. And the handoff to William Henderson. Keith Jackson, 3rd and 1. And the give to Dorsey Levens. Dorsey Levens. Quick pass to Beebe. And Beebe gets 2nd and 3. Dorsey Levens. Touchdown, Packers. Adds the 21st point. Dorsey Levens, who made the big run and then scored the touchdown. And now the kickoff by Jackie is a short one. Jack Jackson returning. And
Then they want you to stay.
1st and 10 and Raymond Harris. Craig swings it out. Raymond Harris can't. On 3rd and 10. Craig's pass. Intercepted by Eugene Robinson. Best starting field position for the Packers. The Bear 47. But Favre is sacked. Up the middle and wide open is Antonio Freeman. We look forward to that. Bennett out of the backfield. And the pass is caught by Rison. Loses it, but out of bounds. Walt. Quarterback sneak, and that should be a first down for number 36, Edgar Bennett. 2nd and 5, Bennett. Bennett up the middle. Here's Bennett again off the left side. And Bennett inside the drive. Dorsey Levens to the 4. Here's Edgar Bennett to the goal line, just short.
Hadn't been down there.
2nd and goal. No signal as of yet. Touchdown. Brett Favre. Jackie adds the extra point.
They felt they could run the table at the end, but they had to get this thing done.
Kick goes out of bounds for the Bears. Craig going deep. Going for Conway. 10. Craig completes it to Ingram. Fumbles. Packers may have it.
Nope, going the other way. Bears.
They need a lot in a hurry. Craig Completes it to Ray. And hit an inspired defensive show by Green Bay. Craig completes it to Ingram and a first down for the Bears.
What a...
Craig sacked.
Well.
2nd and 20. Harris. Finally out of bounds. Here's Raymond Harris.
Going to make him throw underneath all the way.
Harris. Craig. Robert Green.
The field starts to shrink and it's tougher to throw in there.
They need 8 yards and the pass to Timpson. Craig tip. Craig has a tip. Caught. Raymond Harris. Craig. Conway. Craig slip. Ingram gets in. Touchdown. With the point after. Kick is good.
Get this thing up.
Here it comes. And it's protected by Thomas and the tight end. Edgar Bennett to the 36.
With all the injuries and things that happened.
Edgar Bennett on 2nd and 7 gets to the 32-yard line. 3rd and 2. Bennett loses. And there was a 28-17.
They weren't able to slow down that Packer.
The box score tells a different story than the game probably felt. Favre was efficient, 19 for 27, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Craig threw 44 times, completed 28 for 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Raymond Harris carried 24 times for 79 yards, productive and physical, but not quite explosive enough. But the star of the day, if you had to pick one, was Antonio Freeman. He'd missed 4 games with a broken left arm. He came back wearing a cast, gave Green Bay 10 catches for 156 yards. So he wasn't a decoy. This wasn't a feel-good return. This was a real field-changing performance. The Packers' offense had been bruised and limited through November. Freeman gave Favre a vertical target again. He gave the offense its shape back. The press after the game leaned into that. Freeman's return was framed as the Packers getting whole again. Leroy Butler praised him for doing it with one good arm. Freeman said Favre had been excited all week for what he called a coming back party. It's a good line because that's exactly what this looked like. A contender getting one of its pieces back just before the real season began. There's another note in the coverage too. Green Bay had beaten Chicago 6 straight times. For Bears fans, it's not a statistic, it's an alarm bell. The rivalry had not permanently flipped just yet. The Favre-era Packers were starting to make Chicago live in misery. For the Bears, the loss dropped them to 5-8. They responded well, beating the Rams and Chargers the next 2 weeks. But a loss at Tampa Bay ended the season for them at 7-9. No playoffs, and it wasn't a collapse, exactly. More like a team caught between eras. Too tough to dismiss, but not dangerous enough to really be scared of. For the Packers, this was win number 10, and it started the finishing kick. The next week, they destroyed the 12-1 Denver Broncos, 41-6. Then they beat Detroit 31-3. Then they beat Minnesota 38-10. They finished 13-3, undefeated at Lambeau, with the top scoring offense and the top scoring defense in the league. Then the playoffs came through Wisconsin. Packers over 49ers 35-14. Packers over Panthers 30-13. Packers over Patriots in Super Bowl 31 35-21. And Desmond Howard, the guy who broke this Bears game open with a punt return, became the Super Bowl MVP. Bears-Packers on December 1, 1996 is not the most famous game in the rivalry. It's not the dirtiest or the weirdest or the most heartbreaking. But it's a clear snapshot of 2 franchises passing through the same old doorway in opposite directions. Chicago's still proud, still fighting, and still carrying the weight of its history. Green Bay's becoming inevitable. And on a cold December day at Lambeau, the Bears made the Packers earn it. Then the Packers kept going. Thanks for spending a little time with me. I'll see you next time.